Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock. Another Rankin County inmate has died this weekend. Mississippi Department of Corrections says 42-year-old David Lee May was found unresponsive in his cell at the Central Mississippi Correctional Facility early this morning as an officer was serving breakfast. May was pronounced dead after failing to respond to resuscitation efforts. MDOC says there were no signs of injury. The body has been sent for an autopsy. May was serving life on 2 aggravated assault charges in Harrison County. He was also one of the 2 inmates who escaped from Parchman earlier this year and was later captured. This comes after news of the death of a second Rankin County inmate who spent almost 16 years behind bars. Mississippi Department of Corrections says 54-year-old Bobby Lewis Vance died early Saturday at Merritt Health Central Hospital in Jackson. The department says no foul play was suspected in that case either. Vance was currently housed in the Central Mississippi Correctional Facility in Rankin County. He was sentenced in Copiah County to serve a total of 25 years on November 9th of 2004. The official cause of death is under investigation.
Overall, things are quiet out there this evening. Temperatures have cooled off as expected into the middle 40s across the region. We do have some showers exiting off to our east, but more rain will build to our west here over the next 24 hours. By the time tonight rolls around, we'll likely be seeing an increase in cloud cover, perhaps some patchy fog in the morning with some drizzle and mist with southeast winds generally calm. Tomorrow then should be getting into the 60s, mostly cloudy with fog and drizzle. A little bit of uncertainty with how the temperatures play, but we do know more rain is on the way. Details on that in just a bit.
As floodwaters from the Pearl River continue to rise, rescue crews are on standby to help at a moment's notice. WJTV's Gerald Harris reports on ways officials plan to tackle this emergency.
It's officially the 3rd highest the Pearl River has ever been, affecting parts of Madison, Rankin, and Hinds County. Emergency officials are preparing.
Purchasing additional equipment, and you know, one thing you see a lot of military surplus vehicles there. That's because I can buy them so cheap, and they're made perfect for situations like this, for high water.
Staging areas in Hinds County and northeast Jackson have been put into place. More than 1,900 structures in Hinds County, 461 structures in Rankin County, and 30 structures in Madison County are in danger of flooding.
Every time, so like even the past 24 hours, I've learned some additional things. We need to have some additional procedures we need to take to make sure my people are safe, the citizens are safe, so we're steadily trying to improve ourselves.
For Rankin County, there's an extra layer of concern. During the last 2 floods, many of the subdivisions and areas weren't there.
New subdivisions, dogwood, several things weren't here, and you know, like I think we may have scared some people by our response, by the deputies riding through there, getting familiar with the subdivisions in case they did have to respond. But we don't know exactly what how the topography, the levels have changed.
Sheriff Bailey says he isn't forcing anyone out of their homes, but want them to pay close attention.
We do ask everybody to stay weather aware, to watch the news, keep up with the river levels, keep up, you know, be aware of your situation, pay attention to what's going on. Don't wait until the water's coming in your house to leave.
The floodwater is expected to stay around for at least a week. Reporting in Rankin County, Gerald Harris, 12 News.
The Swift Water Rescue Team of the Columbus Fire and Rescue is one of 12 teams dispatched to help with flooding in the Jackson area. The collection of teams was activated by the order of MEMA and the Mississippi Office of Homeland Security. Teams arrived yesterday and helped some families and their pets out of homes around the Terry community.
Swift water and floodwater environments, just what's under the water, the types of environments that we're working in, whether it's an urban environment, a suburban environment, with moving water, with standing water. So our teams are equipped, they're constantly monitoring weather reports. They are out reconning, checking the areas before the water begins to rise, so they have a better understanding of what they're dealing with when they do have to make a rescue in those.
Once again, those boat teams are made up of fire departments and emergency personnel from around the state. MEMA has released an initial damage report from the Pearl River flooding. At the time of the release, 18 counties had submitted damage reports to MEMA. As of Saturday, the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries had executed 159 door-to-door knocks and were able to alert 510 individuals with an effort to evacuate the areas. The Office of Homeland Security also performed 4 assisted evacuations Saturday in Edwards and Terry in Hinds County. In Clay County, 130 homes were affected. 8 roads took on damage and there were 10 roads closed. In Lowndes County, 10 homes were reportedly damaged and 15 roads were closed due to flooding. Some of the most significant damage has occurred in Clay and Yazoo counties. When members of New Bell Zion United Methodist Church in Oktibbeha County showed up for Sunday school this morning, the last thing on their mind was burglary. Unfortunately, that's what they found once entering the sanctuary. Pastor Eddie Hinton says at some point the night before, someone broke in and stole all of the church's sound equipment. Hinton says it was about $1,500 worth of equipment, including speakers, a soundboard, and wireless microphones. He says there were no signs of forced entry into the church, and whoever stole the equipment neatly folded up all of the leftover cords.
The cord was still in place. It was taken loose so neatly until we almost did not recognize that they was missing. It did not dampen our spirit. It caused us at a moment like this, when things are taken from us in a physical way, we regain them spiritually. But if you have taken it, and know that we forgive you, and we ask you to just bring it back and set it on the church yard, and we'll appreciate that.
If you have any information about the burglary, please contact the Oktibbeha County Sheriff's Department. One of the trailblazers of the civil rights movement was in the Golden Triangle today. Dr. James Meredith was a guest speaker for a Black History Month program. Our DeAndrea Turner was there. She joins us in the studio with more.
Dr. James Meredith became one of the faces of integration in the early 1960s and a symbol of generational civil rights workers. And 60 years later, he is bringing his message to the new generations. It was a celebration of Black History Month at St. Matthew Baptist Church, and to help lead it was a man who helped make that history, Dr. James Meredith.
What America needs is a new revolution, a moral one, the reestablishment of the good in man. And the black man got to be the one to take the lead in doing that.
Meredith became a touchstone for the civil rights movement when he became the first African American to enroll in and through much adversity graduate from Ole Miss. His mission didn't stop there, and after nearly 60 years, he says his dedication is still strong today.
I thought it was the most important day of my life. I said everything that God told me to.
For centuries, the Black church has stood as an institution built on community, family, justice, and freedom. And as songs of praise rang throughout the church, Meredith voiced the importance of the African American church and the Christians in our community.
In what may well be my final mission, God has led me to remind Christians, particularly black Christians, that they are the only ones that can save their neighborhood.
The lead pastor, Nathaniel Best, says Meredith's words resonated with his congregation.
It was a blessing to me because he gave us pure, raw word from what he felt God gave him for the church.
A mission not to rest on the success of the past, but to move forward with the strength into the future. And James Meredith also said that it is his mission to continue to spread this message.
Finding time to go to the gym can be hard, but what if the gym could come to you? Mom to Mom is next. Stay with us.
Watching WCBI News at 10 p.m. with Cash Matlock.
Welcome back, everyone. Finding time to go to the gym can be hard, but what if the gym could come to you? Today on Mom to Mom, a simple solution that could change your workout routine for the better. Take a look.
Today on Mom to Mom, we're going to talk about resistance band training and its benefits. I've got Amy Everett here, who is a certified personal trainer, a mom of two, and she's going to show us and tell us all about resistance band training and some of its benefits. First, Amy, what exactly is resistance band training?
Well, resistance band training is just like training with dumbbells or cables, except it's more cost effective and you can take these anywhere.
So I can just put this in my gym bag or my purse or whatever?
Purse, whatever. Do it in the car, wherever you need to do it.
I love it. So Amy, why don't you show us some fun moves to do with these resistance bands?
Absolutely.
So Amy, what are we doing here?
So we're going to do some bicep curls here.
Okay.
So we just curl in. So you want to do about 10 to 12 reps of those. So the great thing about bands is that they come in a variety of strengths. You can get light, medium, and heavy, so they're great for all fitness levels.
So Amy, what are we doing here?
We're doing kickbacks. So you want to do 3 sets of 15 of those. Knock them out. We're doing a squat with an overhead press.
And how many of these should we do?
3 sets of 15.
Awesome. That was actually really fun. Somewhat difficult, but fun.
Yes, and it's so easy to do at home. You can buy any resistance bands for under $10. So everybody needs these.
Absolutely. Give it a try. And as always, moms, if you have some fun workouts that you do with resistance bands, please post them on our Facebook page, and we'll see you on the next Mom to Mom.
Things are quiet for now, but yet again on Sunday night we are talking about more rain in the forecast. I'll have the details on it, when it will occur, and how much we expect right here after the break.
WCBI First Alert AccuWeather Forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
It is a cool and quiet night tonight down in Tupelo, Mississippi. Temperature is now at 45. There are some high clouds in place, but nothing yet indicating it's mostly cloudy. Don't see a whole lot of clouds on satellite and radar either in the region, and that will change over the next 5 to 8 hours or so. By the time we wake up, I think we're leaning more towards a mostly cloudy sky. Here's what we'll call tonight. Down into the low, maybe middle 40s for the official lows tonight. Mostly cloudy, the clouds will increase. Perhaps some patchy AM fog, some drizzle and some mist can't be ruled out with south and east winds under 5 miles an hour. Here's where we'll mark the lows at. 44 in Columbus and in Vernon, 43 in Eupora, 46 in Coffeyville. Winona, good evening to you. We'll drop down to 45. Tomorrow, I expect to start the day mostly cloudy, some patchy fog, perhaps some drizzle, mist, or some sprinkles out there. Just a chance for a few sprinkles through lunchtime. The key will be, can the fog and the low clouds mix out into the afternoon? That may keep our temperatures a bit lower. We'll call it upper 50s for certain. Some of us will sneak into the low to middle 60s into the region, and the later we go on into the day, the better the chance will be for some scattered showers in the area. Here's what we'll call it in the Golden Triangle: 65 in Starkville, 66 in Columbus and in West Point. If the clouds and the fog hang out to after lunchtime, then this might be a bit warm. We may only see upper 50s and lower 60s. We'll wait and see how things shake out. A little cooler to the north, 62 in Bruce, 61 in Houston, 60 in Tupelo. I've got 59 in Ripley and in Boonville, and in West Alabama, much the same. If the low clouds and fogs hang around, a little bit cooler. We'll call it, though, 66 in Vernon, 65 in Sologit, Aliceville, up to 67. Good news is, with no rain over the next 24 hours, the rivers continue to fall here. We're down in Stennis Lock and Dam to 145.3 by tomorrow night at midnight, and we've made great progress there. The Bevel Lock and Dam, the last river we're dealing with here, will fall below 133 by tomorrow evening, and it will be on its way to 130 during the day on Tuesday. As we look at futurecast here, notice during the day Monday, mostly cloudy and maybe an isolated sprinkle out there. The better chance for showers and storms comes Monday night into Tuesday morning. It'll be scattered to numerous in nature, not expecting any severe weather, but a bit noisy overnight. And that continues through Tuesday, even into early Wednesday across the year as far as our first round goes. Could see up to an inch in some spots, locally higher amounts with this first round. We'll add more to that then Wednesday night into Thursday, something we'll keep our eyes on. If you're looking for sunshine, hold on. Friday will be here before you know it.
The decider between Ole Miss and Louisville happening over at Swayze Field this afternoon. Highlights from Game 3 when we come back.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
After dropping Game 1 of the opening weekend series to first-ranked Louisville, Ole Miss baseball pulled out the win Saturday, enforcing a series decider Sunday afternoon. Ole Miss setting the tone right out of the gate that the Rebels will be a team to beat this season. Let's get to Swayze Field for all of the action. Rebs looking to take the first series against the first-ranked Cardinals. Cards up 1-0. Started the fifth. Freshman pitcher Derek Diamond gets homered to right by infielder Levy Usher. The solo jack puts the Cards up 2-0. Next batter, first baseman Ben Bianco. That's going to be right over the wall into left center. A back-to-back jack for Louisville. Bianco redeems his game-ending strikeout from last night. Louisville up 3-0. Bottom half of the fifth, Luke Smith pitching. Right fielder Hayden Leatherwood singles out to right. And a few batters later, 2 outs and 1 on Mr. Reliable. Shortstop Anthony Servideo homers to right field. The bat's just hot today. Servidio's first home run of the season. Rebs right back into the ball game. Cards up 3-2. Bottom of the 7th, pinch hitter Ben Van Cleve doubles to the warning track in right field. The Rebels with runners at second and third with no outs. The bases loaded for third baseman Tyler Keenan. The RBI single to left scores 2 Rebels, and Ole Miss takes a 6-4 lead. You'll love to see it. Next batter, designated hitter Cale Baker pulls one to left field. And that hit will bring home Justin Bench. The Rebels score 4 runs in the 7th inning and go ahead 7-4. And how about this? Ole Miss goes on to get the win and the series win, topping Louisville 7-6. Here's what head coach Mike Bianco had to say after the win.
I don't think anybody really knows who we are yet, and really probably including us. This was a good start. Certainly, what a great 3 games, especially the last 2. Great college baseball games, and I think we got out of it. Besides the wins, to watch guys perform, like we just mentioned, a couple of young guys on the mound, some young guys at the plate. To watch them in this type of environment against a really good team, just proud of them.
I think we thought we'd come in here and win a series this weekend, but this just solidifies it that we're legit. We're going to be dogs. We're going to be tough to beat all season.
It's really not as weird as I thought it was going to be, especially since I've been to so many of their games, and I know what it's like every day or every weekend here at Swayze. A lot of people, a lot of fans, and it was really fun.
Game 3 at Dudy Noble Field between Mississippi State and Wright State. Bottom of the 1st, runners at 2nd and 3rd. Austin Klein on the mound throws. It's first baseman Josh Hatcher popping one out to right field. The sac fly brings home center fielder Rowdy Jordan, the Diamond Dogs, with the 1-0 lead. Same inning, second baseman Justin Foscue going to be at the plate next. Smacks it. That goes right out to short. Can't make it to the bag in time. Shortstop Jordan Westberg scores run number 2 of the afternoon. The Diamond Dogs now up 2-0. Top of the 3rd, bases loaded and 2 outs. Pitcher Eric Sarantola on the mound gets the strikeout and gets the Bulldogs out of a jam. He finished with 8 Ks in his 4 innings on the mound. Bottom of the 3rd, runner at second. Westberg smacks it right up the middle and out to center. An RBI single to send Jordan home to score. The Bulldogs now in the lead 3-0. Same inning, runners at first and second, but not for too much longer. Klein throws. Westberg and Foscue pull off the double steal and advance on the bases. And that sets up this next play. Third baseman Cameron James with the pop out to right center. Brings home both Westberg and Foscue as MSU extends the 5-0 lead. And the Bulldogs go on to get the series opening weekend sweep after securing this game 5-1. Mississippi State women's basketball in a top 25 test at Kentucky. Catch all the action from the Bulldogs when we come back. Welcome back. Over on the hardwood, Mississippi State looking to top 18th ranked Kentucky on the road. First quarter, guard Ryan Howard drilling the 3. Kentucky closing the quarter on a 19-3 run. And more from Howard in the second quarter. 5 to go this time. One dribble in, hits the 18-footer to put UK up by 12. It's 30-18 Kentucky. MSU closing the half strong. Guard Andre Espinoza-Hunter off the inbound. Splash. The Dogs pulling ahead 5. It's 31-26, and right before half, forward Jessica Carter down low for the basket. MSU would cut the deficit to 3 at the break. Kentucky answered right back with a huge third quarter. And MSU's 6-game win streak is snapped on the road against 18th-ranked Kentucky, 73-62 the final. Over in Oxford, Ole Miss hosting 23rd-ranked Arkansas. The Rebel women losing the team's 12th straight game this season in the SEC. 108-64 is going to be your final. And just for reference, the last conference game that Ole Miss won dates us back to about a year ago. It was a Valentine's Day matchup to Vanderbilt. And the Rebels will get back to work for yet another top 25 battle coming up on Thursday against that 18th-ranked Kentucky team we just saw play Mississippi State. That's it for sports. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Look for some patchy fog in the morning, perhaps a little drizzle and mist. Hopefully we get up into the middle 60s. Some of us a bit cooler, though, if that fog and mist doesn't mix out. By Tuesday, Monday night into Tuesday, really, rain and storms are back. That will continue till Wednesday morning. Another round Wednesday night into Thursday. Finally, some sunshine by Friday.
Wow. And Jacob, earlier you said this is more of a nuisance rain, right?
Nuisance rain, yeah. You just can't get it over.
Yeah, that's all right. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow.